Hello, and welcome to Minerals, Rocks, and Fossil Talks. I'm your mineralogy teacher, Jen, and it's time for Monday's mineral. Nickel is a metal that has been known about for thousands of years, just like gold and silver. Pure nickel is a silvery white color with a bit of gold flecking thrown into the mix, as you can see from this photograph. It has a shiny metallic luster, as all metals do, and it's opaque, meaning you can't see through it. It has a hardness of 4, making it harder than both gold and silver. This also means that nickel can scratch those other two metals. Another really cool physical property that nickel possesses is that it is ferromagnetic, and that's very important, so keep that in mind as we keep going. It'll come up again. Nickel is much more abundant than either gold or silver. It can be found in its pure elemental form or in mineral ores. Nickel ores include laterite, as shown above. It's a type of soil deposit that changes composition depending on what minerals are present and a few other things. They're typically rich in iron and aluminum, which results in a rusty red color as the iron oxidizes. Laterites form in hot, wet, tropical areas. So sorry to all my fellow Utah residents. We will not have any laterite forming here. Laterite deposits were the main source of nickel ores, but that changed when nickel was found in sulfide deposits. Laterites that contain nickel include limonite, which is iron or nickel oxides, essentially, hydroxides, and garnierite, which is either magnesium or nickel silicon hydrous mineral. So there's water added to it. There's lots of oxygen and hydrogen involved in this. And honestly, they struggle to figure out exactly what the composition of garnierites are because they are kind of all over the place. They're very varied. Sulfide ores that contain nickel include pentlandite, which is either iron or nickel sulfide. Pyrrhotite, which is again another iron nickel sulfide. Millerite, which is just a nickel sulfide. And nickelite, which is technically a nickel arsenic combo. Don't go looking this mineral. It will not end well for you. Now, just like the other two metals that we focused on, nickel has a face-centered cubic structure, so it makes a nice little cube. And I'm sure you noticed that nickel is found alongside another metal quite often. Iron. They're like besties, BFFs. Now remember how I said nickel was ferromagnetic? Well, let's talk about why that's important. Iron and nickel are the main components of the Earth's inner and outer cores. Now, because both of these metals are ferromagnetic, they play a very important role in protecting our planet from dangerous solar energy. The outer core is liquid, iron and nickel, and that liquid mixture creates the magnetosphere or our magnetic field. And that magnetic field protects our planet against solar winds that would strip the atmosphere from our planet and leave us in not a great spot. And if you want proof, ask Mars. It did not bode well for Mars. It is now dead. Now, thanks to our magnetosphere, we get to see pretty spectacular light shows in the sky if you know when and where to look. So, yes, I am referring to our northern or southern lights that is caused by solar energy interacting with our magnetosphere. Now, Earth is not the only space object that contains a lot of nickel. Meteoric nickel, which is often found with meteoric iron, makes up a vast number of, meteorites and asteroids and meteors, all that kind of stuff. Now, unlike gold and silver, which we found out you can consume and it's perfectly safe, nickel can actually prove to be pretty toxic to us, and some people even have nickel allergies, so they can't wear certain types of jewelry or handle certain nickel alloys without having some disastrous consequences for their skin. So do not just go out and randomly lick nickel ore. It's probably not good for you. Your body's not going to thank you for it at all. So this is not really a consumable metal. We do consume some of it because plants need it, and if we consume plants, we're going to inevitably be taking in nickel. But whatever amounts are in the plants are safe for us. Our body has learned to handle that. Taking any extra may prove detrimental. So, not an edible metal, unlike the other two. Anyway, thanks for coming to learn about nickel. And I hope you tune in tomorrow for some polar trivia. And I will fossilise later.